Hello again, YouTube. Today I'm going to be showing my Hall of Fame City Comic Con haul. Great show. I believe this was their first year that they had it, and that's in Canton, Ohio, for those that don't know where the Hall of Fame is for American football. I'd say easily 200 people maybe in line waiting to get in. This was only a one-day show, too, so it was pretty stacked. Like I said, there was easily 200 people in line. It was well organized. It took, got in, paid my money, and I was already in the con, so it was just great job, guys. I'm glad you're having it again next year. Uh, they had a cosplay contest too, so that was even more people there. So they did pretty good for a 1 day show there, and that's sometimes can be hard to pull off all that stuff. And it just like you didn't know anything was all the different events they had going on at the same time. So that's pretty cool. Uh, First impressions, dealers they had a great selection of books there. Silver Age and up. They had keys there, of course. Prices were a little bit different from what I'm used to. I think because I'm from a little bit bigger city, price like they had 50-cent books there, which you never find in where I'm when I'm around, especially the kind of books I got, which I'll be showing in a couple minutes. So dealers for if you're cheap like me, if you're big spender, they had everything you wanted. And I'd say there's a good 15, 16, possibly even 20 dealers, comic dealers. And it was almost all comics. I mean, some people had those pops, and a couple of tables had a figure or two, boxes of figures, but it was majority of it was comics, which is great, and that's what kind of show I like to go to. So there was two guests there, Jim Steranko and George Perez. I didn't get to meet Jim Steranko. The line was just too long. It was basically an hour and a half wait to get up to get an autograph off him, and I'm like, there was another sale I wanted to go to back closer to home, so I had to weigh my options, and I went with the sale. Jim Steranko's been to Pittsburgh before, so I hope I'll get him next time. Uh, and if it's a 2 day con, that way I can justify waiting in line for an hour and a half. But just couldn't do it for a 1 day con, and then plus another sale that was closed, or they were closing at 7. So choices had to be made, decisions. But I did get to meet George Perez again. I met him before. I had him sign a couple books. I've always wanted to get a sketch off him, but I never had a blank cover, and I don't do sketch pads. I just don't like them. Just my personal opinion. I'd rather have a sketch on a comic, a variant, blank variant. So let me just show that first. If you guys are on my Instagram, you saw my picture with George Perez and holding this book. So, but yeah, this is all short notice for me. My wife and kid were going out somewhere on Saturday, so I figured I'm just gonna take the day for myself. I'm gonna drive out there. It's 2 hours. Bada boom, got waited in line. If those that don't know, George Perez usually hands out. He does about 100 sketches a day, or 100 autographs, and he hands out numbers like 1 through 100. So I got number 16, and I was like, eh. He's like, you can go shop around, do whatever you want, come back, and if you have a lower number, you can just jump right to the front of the line. And I was like, yeah, that's cool and all, but people in front of me weren't going anywhere, and I was talking to a couple of guys around there. I was like, I was just BSing with everybody. So I figured, I'm just gonna stay in line. And I watched him sketch. I mean, he just awesome just watching an artist sketch. To me, it's just something that I just enjoyed watching. It's seeing how good they are, because I can't draw for crap. So, but yeah, he was drawing. I mean, it was Nightwing, Deathstroke, Wonder Woman, and repeat. It seemed like the big three everybody was getting. Of course, there's a characters to be popular for. I decided to be different and go with the Hulk. uh, Nuts, nobody else in line was getting the Hulk, but I was probably the first one that day, and I was like, I went up to him. He's like, "Oh, so who do you want on here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take the Hulk on there." I was like, he's like, "Great," and he's hurry up and did it. Spent about like 10, 15 minutes doing it. He's talking to everybody, shaking hands, kissing babies, and running. He's just a likable guy. I mean, everybody is. I've never had anybody say a bad thing about them. So I got this sketch done. I was super happy to get it, and this is, now I got Thor and the Hulk. Now I'm getting pretty close to getting the Avengers. I guess I'm going to go with get Captain America next, maybe. And next up, I had him sign one book. I already got like 5 books signed by him, but I wanted this book done the first time I met him. War of the Gods. I think he's probably the greatest at putting a bunch of characters on a cover. I mean, it just, I just love this cover of this book. So, yeah, he signed right up there. They also too, I like how he signs it like right there compared to this. I mean, it just looks like right off a comic book, So that's awesome. So yeah, I wanted to meet Steranko, I just didn't get to. I mean, the guy's popular as all heck, so yeah, he's a legend. He deserves that line. But now let's get to the books here. Picked up. I'm gonna run through these real quick here. Daredevil issue 82, Scorpion front there. Picked up Daredevil issue 130, and lastly, picked up issue 176. So I only need 2 more issues to complete my Frank Miller run. And I need 58 issues to complete my Daredevil 1 through 300 run. It's getting there. Alright, these next books, they were all 50 cents. Those books I picked up, I think I paid $10 total for them all, so not too bad of a deal to get books you need. Picked up the last Marvel Team Up, issue 150, with the Uncanny X-Men. I just remember seeing this a lot of places. I figured last issue I'll just pick it up. If somebody needs it, let me know. I'm not really and that was for 50 cents. All these books till I get the last Wolverine here, it was all 50 cents. Wolverine's issue 3. I have the first 2 issues of this. This was I guess a hot book at one time. I went to go. It wasn't on my pull list at the time. Went to go get it, and of course it was gone. I've been seeing this in a lot of people's videos, so I figured, 50 cents, I'll pick it up. Yeah. It's Wolverine issue number 55. With Sabretooth there. Just giving you a heads up about this issue, so. Might be, I'm just kidding. This one I was surprised to see in there. I was like, thank you very much. It's Batman Madness, Legends of the Dark Knight special, Halloween special. So, yeah, I was definitely happy to get this. It's one of those kind of books, Found this, too. I was like, yeah, pretty cool. Last issue of World's Finest, issue 323. Another book I'm not really, my heart's attached to, so if somebody needs it or anything, just let me know. We'll work out a trade or something. Picked up Green Arrow, issue 41. It's one of those Joker 75 variants. Now this was awesome. So I've been putting together the Ragman. I believe it's issues 1 through 5. I only needed issue 2, but I ended up finding issue 1 for 50 cents. And issue 2 for 50 cents. And now I got a complete, plus I got another copy of issue 1. So and I believe it's the first appearance of Ragman. So you can't beat that for 50 cents. Especially a Bronze Age book like that. Let's see here. Captain Marvel, issue 1, 50 center. Just thought, it's first issue, what the heck. And lastly, of the 50 cent books, Wolverine issue 9. I just needed it for my Wolverine series. Got a pretty big chunk of that going now. I'd like to get issues 1 through 50, but we'll see how it goes. It's not like a book. I do want issue 10, though. It's on my list of stuff to get. These next books were $1 a piece. Picked up Boris Karloff, Tales of Mystery. It's a gold key book. I just love that Medusa in the mirror. I also picked up another issue. And it's probably one of my favorite genres. Space. Not science fiction per se, but astronauts in space, especially when they were, abandoned or stranded or whatever, or being attacked by something. I don't know. This is one of my favorite genres. I've always loved it. Spit like with the Twilight Zone back in the day, um, the black and white version. Anytime anything dealing with space, it was just it's a must watch for me. And same with comics. Just I used to have a couple of them when I was a kid, and there's a there's an issue I want to get again. But I just can't remember what issue it was. I should probably make a video about it one day. Hopefully, somebody knows the answer to it. So maybe that might be an idea for a video. I just can't remember what issue it is and what even the title is. So I got nothing to go on. But I remember the story because I read it multiple times. And last, I got House of Secrets, issue 123. Just an awesome, awesome cover. I just love that, man. All right, let's see. This next couple books I picked up were buy two get one free. So you put them in any order you want. Let's go like this. We got G.I. Joe issue 17, Major Blood on the cover. Just a really decent looking copy. I mean, it's hard to even find a flaw in it, to be honest with you. I mean, that sticker's of course on the package, on the poly bag. Picked up X-Men issue 222, Wolverine vs. Sabretooth. And lastly, this is a book I was going to buy at a different place that had like part of the cover missing. I thought it was an awesome cover. I'll just hold off. Maybe I'll find something. What do you know? A couple bucks extra more, and then get a decent copy of it. So it's Superman issue 250 with a Neal Adams cover. I believe that's Terra Man on the front there. Yeah, I haven't even popped it open yet. This is brand new, so. But yeah, Neal Adams Superman is the stuff to get. That and his Batman stuff. They're my two favorites. Let's see here. Also picked up a nice copy of Hulk issue 131 with Iron Man on the cover. There we go. For $5, and I also picked up an upgrade of the Green Lantern Corps for $5. First appearance of Kilowog, so can't beat that. I mean, that thing. This cover is white. My other cover has starting to get that yellow break around it. So if anybody wants a yellow 201, might be able to help you. And lastly, I got Batman issue 332. So now to complete 300 to 400, I only need 311. So not too shabby. I was so happy to find this. I paid $10 for it. It's well worth the money for me. It's the first solo appearance of Catwoman. So that right there is pretty decent for that book. And I noticed on a lot of copies, you can go on eBay to look at what I'm talking about. Just there's say maybe like 50% of them. I'm not sure. Could be off, so don't quote me on that. But on the cover, it's this part right here, right where the bat symbol is. It's pink. So many of these covers, and I've passed on this book so many times just because of that. And this is the first one I ever saw in the wild, with a bone color white on there, and I'm super happy to get it. Just to finally find it in this condition for $10. I mean, you can go on eBay and pay like double what I paid for it, and hopefully get that cover without. But if you're looking at $10 Batman issue 332s, you're looking at 15. I mean, it's gonna have that pink coming through, and I don't know what it is. I looked on the other cover. I thought maybe the front cover or the splash page was had something like the pink cape or something on it going on there, but I just can't find out where it's coming from. But it's just like a lot of those issues were maybe it was a printing error. I'm not sure, but I'm just so super happy to finally get this book in a decent condition. Because a lot of these books with Batman stuff, I don't mind getting the Silver Age funky a little bit, just as long as it presents well. But with anything with, 300 and up, I want in really good condition. I mean, I'll buy a reader if I need the issue, or if it's just a double, just to have. But I'm not gonna waste money buying a reader just to say, oh, that's complete on my collection. I always put like a little asterisk next to it or something on my main page. So, oh well, enough about that. I'll talk about more about that book, I guess, on Sunday when I finally do my video for Batman. But check my Instagram out. Thanks for all my new subscribers. I appreciate it. Got a couple of contest videos I got to do. I promise I'm going to get them out. Just supporting this community is great. Hopefully I'll have my contest coming up soon if I get close to 400. I would like to do something like that too. So, but all right, guys, thanks for watching. Again, great job, Hall of Fame City Comic Con. You did great, and we'll talk to you next time.